Are you looking to get the most out of iRacing's Oval Series without wasting your money on underdeveloped cars or low populated races? Well, whether you want to climb the ranks or just have some great races, I've got you covered. I have over 10 years of experience on the iRacing service, mainly focusing on the oval side of things. So here's my breakdown of the best oval cars to buy and the ones you might want to skip out on if you're on a budget.
I'm Kyle Crump. I've spent years competing in real-world motorsports. Alongside of that, I've built a serious presence in the world of sim racing. On this channel, I'll be sharing what I've learned from both sides, breaking down laps, talking setups, offering insights into racecraft. Let's hop right in.
In this video, we're going to start with the D class and work our way all the way up to the A class. So for D class, in my opinion, your best options are the ARCA Menards series and the Gen 4 Cup car. If you're trying to progress quickly within the iRacing ladder, go with the ARCA car. It's the straight path up the license ladder, has strong participation every hour, meaning multiple splits with people with iRating around your level, so you'll always be in competitive races. Also, with the iRacing ARCA car's latest revamp, it's going to teach you key oval fundamentals that'll help you progress into the truck and the Xfinity car in the future. Not so much the Cup car, but it has iRacing's latest build and tire model on it, so it's most representative to what you're going to be driving in the future. But if you're here for raw, chaotic fun, the Gen 4 Cup car is for you. Super high horsepower, low downforce, and it's really one of the most thrilling oval cars on the service. With that being said, these cars are a blast to race, and there's usually a pretty decent sized population in the races, so a split or two every hour. But the Gen 4 Cup car is a bit of an older car on the service. I know they're bringing out a new car here in this next build. I'll do a video on it, but it's not going to teach you what you need to learn in order to progress into the truck series or the Xfinity series. It's quite old in its ways, so techniques and stuff you learn there can't always be applied to what you'll use in the future, but it is a very fun car to drive, and I think these races are slept on by a lot of the community. Now, what not to buy when you reach D class. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy these cars because I do enjoy them, but from a progression standpoint or a budget, I think you should sit out on these cars for the time being. Here, I'm going to pick on the modifieds. While I do enjoy them, the track selection for the official races often doesn't suit them well. Participation can be hit or miss. The SK modifieds normally have pretty good participation. Tour mods, not so much. Also, with the modifieds, passing in these races is very tough, although it's very rewarding when you're able to, make some passes throughout a race and move your way to the front. It can make for very frustrating and strung out races where qualifying is more important than necessarily how you race. My verdict on these, they're cool to drive, just don't expect packed, exciting racing every time. In my opinion, they're worth it if you love short track racing. These cars are right up your alley. They're not bad cars. The latest model on them is pretty good. Next, we have the C license. Both of these are top tier picks in my mind for many reasons, but with that we have the NASCAR truck and the Cars Tour late model stock. If you want to keep moving up that iRacing progression ladder, building on the skills that you've learned so far, you're going to want to go with the truck. They run around the clock, every hour on the hour, very large fields, multiple splits. Granted, a lot of these races are wreck fests and some of them can be pretty annoying, but when you do get those good, clean races where you can really learn how to pass and maneuver your vehicle, the NASCAR truck is the one you want to go with. Now the Cars Tour late model stock. This is the perfect short track brawling car. If the super speedways and full-blown NASCAR isn't the route you want to go and you want to stay more short track based, this car is perfect. This car was pushed onto the service by Dale Jr. mainly. This has to do with him having the Cars Tour late model stock series in real life. So it's relatively new to iRacing within the past 2 years, still has a really good build to it and a good tire model. These races sometimes aren't the cleanest, but there's good participation in them, and the racing is typically very good when you get on a green flag run. Now, what not to buy in C class. The super late model might tempt you, but take it from someone who drives super late models in real life, the iRacing version just doesn't cut it. It lacks the precision and realism of the real thing. I think this is mainly due to it being on the service so long ago and the way that super late models have changed throughout the years. It drives more like a big powerful street stock than a super late model, so I personally would stick away from this car for now. The late model stock is actually a lot closer to what a super late model feels like in real life. Now for B class. At B class, you're getting serious with two strong options. You have the Xfinity car and the 1987 NASCAR Cup car. The Xfinity car is the main progression path upwards in iRacing. It's a tough car to master, but rewards smart and consistent driving. These races for the Xfinity car are typically a lot more clean. You still get your bad races every now and again. But with this Xfinity car, you get longer green flag runs, you have less downforce and more horsepower than the truck, so it's a bit harder to drive, and you learn a little bit more about your craft as a race car driver, and it'll help you improve a lot. With that being said, being the Xfinity car is harder to drive than the truck in my opinion. It makes for a lot more rewarding races when you're able to pull off a good finish. Then we also have the 1987 NASCAR Cup car. This car is an absolute handful. There's no downforce, a ton of power, and it's a whole lot of fun if you like a challenge. Although I don't see this as being the best pick if you're on a budget, it's a very fun car to drive. There's usually pretty good strength of field races every week, but if you're tight on a budget, you could probably skip out on the 1987 car, but I highly recommend you get it just for a good time. Now let's talk about what to avoid at the B class. And I might get a lot of comments in the comments section about this, but again, this is just my opinion and what I feel like you can have the most fun with by spending your money on the service. Yes, I have IndyCar listed as a not to buy. Fast? Yes. Fun? Yes. But there's a lot of netcode issues for Indy cars on oval. There's a lot of wrecks. Low field sizes from what I see. I don't often dabble in this too much, so I could be wrong depending on the track. For me, I would stick with the Indy car on the road. That's where I enjoy it the most. Oval has their time and fun, but if you're on a budget, I really wouldn't buy this car. Also, we have the Silver Crown and the Sprint car. Participation is very low in these, and the physic models are just okay in my mind. It's hard to justify buying these unless you're just a hardcore short track fan. Driving these cars, in my opinion, is a lot of fun. It's just there's not a lot of room for them on the service currently. I always feel like there's too low of participation unless you're looking for that one big participation race a week. So if I were you, I would sit out on these for now unless you really just want to try them out. And last but not least, we have the NASCAR Next Gen. I race it at NIS and it has its place, but outside of that, I don't really like driving it, and I get that same opinion from most other people I know on the service. It drives so unlike a traditional oval car. It's literally like putting a road course car on an oval track. Because of this, the participation is okay for the A fixed races every other hour. However, it doesn't bring in high iRating people because they would much rather drive the NASCAR truck or the Xfinity car. So in my opinion, unless you really want to try out the current NASCAR Next Gen, which a lot of you do and I don't doubt you, but if you're strictly on a budget and you're looking for best of the best stuff to race, I would avoid this car for now. Here's some final thoughts, and please comment below what you guys think. iRacing's oval ladder has some of the most intense, satisfying racing out there if you know where to look for it. And in my opinion, that comes from the ARCA car, the NASCAR truck, the Xfinity car, and the Gen 4. If this helped you out, let me know, guys. It's kind of just a quick video I threw together from my experience and my friends. Try to help out people who aren't as familiar with the service. So drop a like and let me know your favorite oval car in the comments. Also, check out some of the other videos I've made on my YouTube channel. I have one linked here in the thumbnail. It's a high iRating field where I try to drive from the back to the front. But hopefully this video helped you guys out, and peace out.